let's talk about it. Who are the pick me girls, the pick meshas of the zodiacs? So what girly pops, you know what I mean, want male validation so bad that they fear other women, that they are scared that other women are in competition with them? We're gonna talk about it. And don't be mad at me if I call out your sign. Remember to look at your moon sign, your Venus sign, and even your Mars sign, honestly, for some of these behaviors. You can obviously change through awareness. I know for me, I have been a pick-me-sha at times because, you know, I was a little boy crazy. I still am a little boy crazy. I love love. Are you kidding me? I'm a Leo moon, 7th house girly. But I have boundaries now, and I'm a little bit more aware of my feminine energy and the importance of friendships, of valuing friendships. So let's talk about it. So I think Virgo moons, Virgo Venus, Virgo Mars, maybe pick me girls because this is a sign that naturally picks partners that they have to fix and they have to do a lot for. Over time, they end up a little bitter because they're not appreciated and they're just being of service to other people. And they carry this archetype of the maiden, which is the perfect, most pristine woman, and that carries a lot of stress. And so typically they project their insecurities and the fact that they are not being appreciated to other women very harsh. And they want to, again, be appreciated, be chosen by their male partners or counterparts. And it typically doesn't happen because they're naggy. And they criticize a lot of women. So they carry a lot of this. I do love my Virgo women when they're healed and they know their worth and they know that they don't have to bend over backwards for everyone, and they know they work on themselves and they're on the inside, right? They don't necessarily, because that's what Virgo needs to do. You know, they need to go to the opposite sign, Pisces. They need to work on their emotions from the inside and be more empathetic to themselves so that they can be more empathetic to people around them in the outside world. Not men, but, you know, people who do try to be in their life like their friends. Okay, the next sign that I would say is a little pick me, and this is going to be Cancer. Now, this is not all Cancer women. It just, sometimes there's Cancers that, you know, are very strong and fight back against like the patriarchy. But sometimes Cancer women have this whole idea. Cancer women will neglect their friends and they may neglect people who actually love them and want to take care of them because they have, especially if they're in a relationship and they have kids and they want that whole family dynamic. Even if they don't have kids, actually, they will take a lot of shit from men. So if they see other women around them who have achieved the perfect quote unquote family life, they will be bitter and angry and not be the best females to be around. When in reality, they can actually detach themselves a little bit from the family unit and work on their other goals. So the next pick me girl is going to be Pisces girls. And Pisces don't intend to come off as pick me girls. It's not a sign that is generally mean or quote unquote bitchy. It's just that they are super, super, super blindsided when it comes to love. And I think a lot of them do idealize the romance, the fairy tale. They put men on a pedestal because, you know, Pisces really, really, through, you know, the influence of society and movies and, you know, all of these fantasies, they want to fulfill their love cup from love so bad. And again, they neglect their friends. They are a little delusional, and then, you know, they come back, and once the delusion goes away, they kind of feel. So a lot of them will make excuses for their partners, and sometimes Pisces can see male validation as a form of drug to kind of increase their dopamine. And Pisces is a sign that's, you know, prone to escapism and addictions, and it's not always drugs. It literally could be love. And then the last sign that I'm going to add is Scorpio. And I know you're like, oh my gosh, Scorpio's so headstrong and they don't trust easily. I know, but once they are in love, you know, Moon in Scorpio, Venus in Scorpio, they're hyper fixated on that one person, you know, that could engulf their entire life, right? And so Scorpio needs to kind of learn in relationships to separate themselves from that, especially because they have the tendency to attract men that are also very, very toxic. And so because Scorpio women have this intense fear of betrayal or being left, it can bring out their pick-me qualities where they can overextend themselves to an extreme and an intense point for their partners. And that can involve, you know, being jealous or vindictive of other women that they may see as competition. These are my thoughts on who the pick me girls of the zodiac are. Let me know if you have friends or if you were a pick me girl once. I know I was. I used to be, especially in my first relationship, you know, back when I was like 20, 21. Anyways, let me know your experiences and your stories of your pick me times.